Dr. Polio, Board Chair Diane Porter, and members of the Jefferson County Board of Education. This evening, we are honored to recognize an outstanding school resource officer and to receive student demonstrations of learning from students in Board District 4. We begin with the recognition of Valley High School Resource Officer Tony Sacra, who was named the Kentucky Association of School Resource Officer of the Year. He is the only gang resistance education and training certified SRO in the Louisville Metro Police Department. The program has made a significant difference in the lives of youth during a time when our city has seen an increase in gang activity. His work with youth helps ensure that they are successful as they continue on in life. Dr. Polio, Board Member Benjamin Gees, Chief of Schools Dr. Devon Horton, and Assistant Superintendent Dr. Glenn Beatty, please come forward to extend congratulations to Officer Sacra. Joining in the recognition is Assistant Principal Jeff Gossett. Toronto Elementary School students Rebecca Barnett and Victoria Snyder will share information about their social studies project. Students, please come forward to begin your presentation.
Hi, my name is Victoria Snyder, and we are here doing the Deeper Learning Project, and we're doing in Egypt. Mahava is me, Victoria. That's how you say hi, my name is Victoria in Arabic.
Mahaban, it's me, Liabika. That's how you say hello, my name is Rebecca in Arabic. So we were doing a country study project on Egypt, and we were researching about the language.
Did you know that Egypt was not the only place with pyramids? Actually, South America has the most pyramids.
And if you ask us how we know this, we read about it in our social studies class in a book about Egypt when we were researching our deeper learning project.
The most important thing I have learned so far is he used to think that Queen Victoria was born in Egypt, and now I know that she is not part of it. I also learned that Egyptians treasured black cats and even mummified them. Oh, and did you know that Egyptians kill their babies to sacrifice them to their god? That's to help their crops grow.
Some of the most important things I've learned so far are how the explorers learned about the curse of King Tut, and also the process of how Egyptians became mummified. Also how the pyramids were made and how important they were and why they put the different things in them.
What we did to work together, to learn about our project and the research, we got it from a lot of websites. We learned a lot about their food, and we even got to taste their national dish, which is Istrian Jota. I think that's how you pronounce it. And then we got to learn a lot about the kind of music they listen to, which is really calm music. And we even got to learn their language, which the only word I remember is Bach, which means hi or hello.
Proud of my work because we researched Croatia and we wanted to be partners because her grandpa lived there, and so we learned a lot about it, but we still have to learn a lot more.
We chose to research India because I'm from that country.
I wanted to know more about India because he's from there. He told me a lot about his country, but I was interested too.
Besides, it was a cool experience. We learned how to put videos and pictures on our slides.
When we first saw Google Slides, we thought it would be boring and hard. Then we started using it and saw that it was really cool and we can make our...
Both of us saying, hello, my name is, and then our names in Arabic, since it seemed easy. So now that we have it mostly done, I feel like it's a huge success since we learned a lot about it and we were able to put a lot about what we learned and express it in our slides.
I like that I got to work with Rebecca, and also
know that I got somebody who can type really darn fast. She's like a speedster on the computer.
Dr. Polio, Board Member Benjamin Gees, Chief of Schools, Dr. Devon Horton, Assistant Superintendent Brad Weston. Please congratulate these students. Joining the recognition is Principal Stephanie Smith. Next, Wellington Elementary School student Isabella Chirac will share their experience with the True Colors Personality Test as it relates to student learning profiles and the backpack of success skills. Isabella, please come forward.
We will challenge to learn about ourselves using a colors personality test and to make a personality profile. There were 4 colors that each have unique traits as well as strengths and weaknesses. These posters are our profiles. The purpose of the project was for us to learn about ourselves and how we can become a better student. For example, one of my strengths is courage. That allows me to try new things, and to make that strength stronger, I will continue
Dr.
to try
Polio,
new
Board Member
things.
Benjamin Gees, Chief of Schools, Dr. Devon Horton, and Assistant Superintendent Brad Weston. Please come forward to extend congratulations to Isabella. Joining in the recognition is Principal Brandy Carney. Thank you. Frost Sixth Grade Academy scholars Victoria Wimberly and Devon Johnson will share information about their school's Falcon United Nations unit. The scholars will explain how, as citizens in a diverse world, it is important to be culturally competent. Students, please come forward to begin your presentation.
Good evening, JCPS. I'm Victoria Wimberly.
I'm Devin, and we're scholars at the Robert Frost 6th Grade Academy. While we're here with you, our peers are sharing at school in our first expedition of learning. They're sharing what they've learned through research about different countries.
This year, we're learning about the 5 themes of geography through our fund, our Frost United Nations project. So far, we learned about the purpose of the UN in our individual countries. My group's country is Costa Rica.
My group's country is Brazil. Learning about countries beyond the United States has been really cool. I'm learning about Brazil's culture and traditions, geography, economy, and history to brainstorm possible problems in order to create solutions.
That's right. Through our research, each group has to take on the perspective of citizens of our assigned country. We must write a resolution to a problem that our country faces: drought, water shortage, famine, war, GDP, etc. Now, I know y'all are wondering what GDP means. GDP means gross domestic product. For example, Costa Rica has a low GDP. The country isn't as wealthy as other countries. So my group is creating a UN resolution to increase Costa Rica's GDP.
And my group is writing a resolution to stop the deforestation of the Amazon rainforest in Brazil. At the conclusion of the unit, we are participating in a mock UN assembly where we present, debate, and vote on all of the resolutions as citizens of our represented countries. I'm really excited because it will be like the true story of the 3 little pigs analyzing the resolutions, not as an American, but as someone outside the country, the U.S.
As a citizen of Costa Rica, I would vote yes to Brazil's resolution because Costa Rica, like Brazil, has a lot of forests that they will want to protect as well. It is important for the world to protect our forests because animals live in the forest, and cutting down their habitats would leave them unprotected.
All components of this project will be uploaded into our backpacks, all through the lens of 5 themes of geography. It demonstrates that we're globally competent citizens and will be uploaded into our backpacks.
Thank you and good night.
Dr. Polio, Board Member Benjamin Gees, Chief of Schools, Dr. Devon Horton, please come forward to extend congratulations to the students. Joining in the recognition is Principal Faith Stroud. Representing Valley from the Industrial Maintenance Academy, Paul Perry Jr. will demonstrate the HVAC work. Solomon Bell was unable to be with us tonight. So, Mr. Perry, will you please come forward to begin your presentation?
My name is PJ Perry, and I'm a senior at Valley High School. I'm part of the Industrial Maintenance Academy, and I'm in the HVAC pathway. In our class right now, we are currently working with sheet metal, and we are making collars. So we start off by measuring the sheet metal and when we measure, we have to be very accurate to within 1/16 of an inch. Then we cut the metal, and we use certain techniques such as punching, which connects this piece right here. And then we crimp the metal so that it could slide in, and then we notch the metal to where it could fit and like make it sturdy. And being this accurate allows the collar to fit the elbow perfectly and slide in. This creates the most airtight connections, which allows your ductwork to work as efficiently as possible. Thank you.
Dr. Polio, Board Member Benjamin Geeves, Chief of Schools, Dr. Devon Horton, and Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Glenn Beatty. Please come forward to extend congratulations to Paul Perry. Joining the recognition is Assistant Principal Jeff Gossett. This past summer, Butler Traditional High School students Ashanti Scott and Aaron Sexton attended the prestigious Mock Government and Leadership Camps, a Kentucky Girls and Kentucky Boys State Summer Program. These two seniors were nominated by their peers to represent the state of Kentucky at the prestigious week-long institutions of Girls Nation and Boys Nation in Washington, D.C. Ashanti and Aaron will share information about their proposed pieces of legislation, along with their firsthand accounts of the campaign process as participants in this program. Students, will you please come forward?
My name is Ashanti Scott,
I'm Aaron Sexton.
and we're proud to represent Butler Traditional High School. So me and Aaron both got to attend Kentucky Girls State and Boys State, which are juniors from across Kentucky that get to go to a college campus, and they get to learn about Kentucky politics, how Kentucky government works, and they get to run for office. And we both got to attend that, and I was selected to be Attorney General of Kentucky Girls State, and Aaron was Speaker of the House of Kentucky Boys State.
From Kentucky Boys State and Girls State, we both were elected to go to Washington on a trip of a lifetime. It was a paid trip by the American Legion where we got sent to Washington, D.C., and instead of learning about state government, we got to go to a whole different level of learning about our federal government. We held a mock trial, a mock government. We ran a Senate and a House. It was amazing. While there, we both held positions. Ashanti had ran for vice president and then held several other positions. I was a part of some departments, and I was also an attendance clerk. While we were there, we got opportunities of a lifetime. I mean, we just several of them were meeting Mitch McConnell and Rand Paul, also meeting Vice President Mike Pence, meeting several House of Representatives and senators along the way. While there, I took several pictures, and we're just going to show off some pictures here, just trying to brag a little bit. While there, the World War II memorial was an awesome day. It was kind of dark and gloomy, and it was a tired day for us all. And when we showed up, the sun came out, and it was just amazing because you got to see an awesome view of the Washington Memorial. You got to see the Kentucky part of the World War II memorial. We got to see several other pictures, and then that slide's good. And then going through other pictures, we met and we saw tons of memorials that it was like going through a history textbook. And when you see these pictures and everything, it really describes the quote that American Legion gives for nation and state, and it's a week that shapes a lifetime. While there, you hear it constantly, and it has no weight to it while you're at the camp, but once you leave the camp and you reflect and you really think about what it's done for you, the connections you've made, what you've got to do, it has more weight than anything I've ever known. And after leaving, it really opened my eyes, and it really got me to know that this week shaped my lifetime because being in these camps and learning about civic engagement has inspired me to come back to JCPS one day and be a high school teacher for civics.
We also had some other pictures up there from the whistle stops and what I got to do, and I got to run as vice president, and that was really fun running, and we also got to go on the hill And I brung a joint resolution. It was the only joint resolution in Girls Nation. So with the 2/3 majority, we amended the Constitution to add the 28th Amendment, which was the Equal Rights Amendment that basically said, so it would outlaw any legal distinctions between genders. That was really fun, and one of my favorite parts of the entire experience, we got to meet Senator McConnell, and we got to go to the majority suite where he told us a fun story about in the War of 1812, the war that burned down the Capitol. There was actually on the fireplace on the mantle, there's a crack from it because the British started the fire there, and that was left over from that. So that was a really great experience.
Another great honor that, on behalf of Ashanti and I, we both say, just getting to meet Vice President Pence, whether you like him or not, just the fact that you get to meet someone so great, and you get to meet the second most powerful man in our country. It's an awesome experience, and I remember I still shook his hand. I shook his hand with my right hand. I remember what I said. I remember what he said. It was something that truly inspired me for my future. And we'd like to end off with a picture. This is high school senator from Boys Nation, Bill Clinton. He had attended Boys Nation back in the day, and he got to meet President John F. Kennedy. Now, this picture really speaks volume to everyone who's attended and all the people back that we represented in our states. And it shows that one day that this camp opens doors that will never be open. That these doors, going to this camp was so prestigious for us. And we would like to say thank you to American Legion, JCPS, Butler, everyone that's represented us and made sure that we got along the way well. And this picture really shows weight because one day you can look back and see me and Ashanti's picture and it'll kind of resonate like this. You'll see that we did something. And one more thing to close this out, on behalf of me and Ashanti, we're proud to represent Butler High School, and we're definitely proud to represent JZPS.
Dr. Polio, Board Member Benjamin Gees, Chief of Schools, Dr. Devon Horton, and Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Glenn Beatty. Please come forward to extend our congratulations to these students. Joining in the recognition is Principal William Allen. I would like to ask that all District 4 parents who are here with our students tonight, if you will please stand to be recognized. All District 4 parents. Dr. Polio and members of the Jefferson County Board of Education, this concludes our recognitions for this evening. And I'd like to extend my heartfelt thanks and love to all of you all for the well wishes and for the retirement celebration. You are awesome to work with, and I love my district staff. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Robinson. Don't go too far. This actually does not complete our recognitions for the evening, so please have a seat. We're doing this because she didn't want us to do it. So, over the years at these board meetings, there has been a constant familiar face and voice bringing us the stories of teachers, staff, and students who have accomplished incredible things. This person has helped to highlight these stories for the board and the community. Her work in community relations in this district has set the standard for dedication and compassion. Terry Robinson has been employed in the Jefferson County Public Schools for 27 years. This is her last board meeting. Her retirement begins next week. She began typing up board reports in 1998, but for Terry, this was never a job. Instead, it was a calling and a passion. She always saw her role as helping others and building relationships. That's what she's done for more than 2 decades in JCPS. When Terry wasn't at the board meeting, she was organizing various district events, conducting customer service trainings, and oversaw the senior citizen volunteer group. She quietly made things happen and run smoothly and is a constant champion for the community. She is selfless and always looks for ways to shine the light on others. Tonight, we shine the light on you. We say thank you for your commitment to education. Thank you for being a part of the district. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everything.
Thank you all. I appreciate it.